Most people are going to live to 80, 85, maybe even 90. But here's the thing nobody talks about. The last 20 years of your life. For most people, that's not living. That's surviving. Chronic pain, can't get off the couch without help, can't play with your grandkids, waiting for the next pill, the next appointment, the next bad news. And the wild part? That future is being written right now. Today, by the choices you are making or not making around food and exercise. I'm going to show you exactly why that is, what's actually happening inside your body when you train and eat right, and more importantly, what's happening when you don't. This isn't a motivation video, this is a wake-up call. If you clicked on this video, you already know something's off. Maybe you are tired all the time, maybe you look at your parents and think, I don't want to end up like that. Or maybe you're just starting to realize that 30, 40, 50, that's not old. But how you treat your body right now will decide whether you will feel old. So here's what we are covering today. Why your muscles are literally your longevity insurance. Why the food you eat either speeds up or slows down your biological clock. And I will tell you something at the end of this video that completely changed the way I think about aging. And I promise, most people have never heard it framed this way. Stay with me, this is worth your time. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The average person loses 3 to 5% of their muscle mass every decade after 30. Every decade. And if you're not actively fighting that, you're just watching it happen. Less muscle means a slow metabolism. A slow metabolism means more fat, more inflammation, more pressure on your joints, your heart, your insulin response. And inflammation, that's the root of almost every major disease we are scared of. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, even Alzheimer's, which researchers are now calling type 3 diabetes. Your body is not just aging, it is either building or breaking down. Every single day, there is no neutral, and food works the same way. Every meal is either fueling your cells or accelerating the damage. So the question is not whether this matters. The question is, do you want to be in control of how this goes? Or do you want to just find out when it's too late? Let's talk about muscle first, because I think people massively underestimate what muscle actually does for you long term. Most people think going to the gym is about looking good. And sure, that's a nice side effect. But the real reason you need to train, especially as you get older, is because muscle is your metabolic engine. More muscle means your body burns more energy at rest. It means better glucose control, which directly lowers your risk for diabetes. It means stronger bones. It means you are less likely to fall when you are 70. And a fall at 70 can generally be a life-ending event. There's a concept called VO2 max. It's basically how efficiently your body uses oxygen during exercise. It's one of the single best predictors of how long you will live. Not cholesterol, not BMI, VO2 max. And the research is clear. People with high VO2 max in their 40s and 50s have dramatically lower rates of cardiovascular disease, cancer, and all-cause mortality. The good news? You can improve it through consistent cardio and strength training combined. Even 3 sessions a week, even 45 minutes. The data is overwhelmingly in your favor if you just show up consistently. Here's what I want you to picture. You're 75. You wake up, you go for a walk, you carry your groceries, you get on the floor and play with your grandkids. You stand back up without thinking twice. That's not luck. That's the result of what you built right now. And this is the part most fitness channels don't talk about. Training hard while eating like garbage is like putting premium fuel in a car with a cracked engine. The food side of this is not just about calories, it's about what's happening at a cellular level. And once you understand what certain foods are literally doing to your biology, you will never look at your plate the same way again. Let me show you what I mean. Your body is made of about 37 trillion cells. And every single of them is built from what you eat. Ultra-processed food, the stuff that makes up the majority of what most people eat, drives chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation is slow damage. You can't see it or feel it day to day, but it's compounding just like that. On the flip side, real food, protein, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats like olive oil, fatty fish, avocado, these aren't just healthy in some vague way. They actively reduce inflammation. They support your mitochondria, the little power plants inside every cell. They regulate blood sugar. They protect your brain. There's something called telomere length. Telomeres are like the protective caps on your DNA, and they shorten as you age. That shortening is basically your biological clock ticking. Here's the crazy thing. Researchers have found that people who eat a Mediterranean-style diet have measurably longer telomeres than people who eat a typical Western diet. You can literally slow down how fast your DNA ages with food. This isn't theory, this is studied, measured, published research. And I'm not saying you need to be perfect. I eat things I probably shouldn't sometimes, but the overall pattern matters. The majority of your meals, what do they look like? Because that's what your future self is going to be built from. Slow down, genuine. This is the payoff, don't rush it. So here's where I want to leave you. There are two versions of your future. One where you wake up at 70 or 75 with energy, with independence, with a body that still does what you need to do. Where aging feels like, yeah, things are slower, but I'm still here. I'm still sharp, I'm still in the game. And another version where the last 20 years become about managing decline, where your world gets smaller every year because your body didn't get what it needed. The gap between those two versions is not genetics, it's not luck, it's mostly the habits you build right now. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight, but you do need to start. Or if you have already started, you need to stop underestimating how powerful what you are doing really is. Now, if you want to go deeper on this, just call me and I can help you in one-on-one sessions. I also have a training protocol where you can find the information. Thank you for watching and stay handsome like always, and I will see you in the next one.